rescue ready. So 28, we need to pump it down a little bit. We going to work on the railroad. So let's make it go around this way. That chain right there is not getting dirty compared to the others. I just want to see, have we done a good enough job to be able to loop it around? I like that horn better. That one horn is a little weak. Okay, let's get out. Let's go flight mode. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get the controller out. Whoa, that's fast. Okay. So we'll go up here. We're going to try and curve it around this some. Bring it up here. Let's see how good we can follow the road. And then when we get up here, we're going to try and cut it back over. I failed to put a switch in here. And we've got this one that we could take and turn. Man, I don't know. I don't know. How would that work if we tried to go up that grade there? So what do we got coming this way? We've got a switch right there. And we didn't put a switch in over here. So we can't follow this road. I was hoping maybe we could do like a 1% incline or something. This one ends right here. Well, maybe just maybe we turned it that way. Could we come back here? So now there's the water. There's a waterfall. Now there's the big waterfall. This would be cool to follow, I think. If we could do this. Just to make it a fun little, hey, we're gonna go around the whole freaking map. Holy crap, how long would it take to drive that? See, there's the farm. That's what I'm thinking, like, we take and just curve it, try and keep curving close to the road. So I think what I want to try and do first is this part. If we could do this and make it work. Maybe try and put a switch in right here. And we could curve it that way. And then have the switch come out over here and turn into that. Maybe. And then you could have two train lines going through there. Let's see. Because what we could do, if I'm not mistaken, we could put two bridges side by side and then landscape that right there. But we've also got let's see, construction, decoration, is it RGC mods? Others. We got this thing, right? That we could turn and do like that. All right, let's try that. Let's get it. Let's try and get it down here. Oh God, how long is that gonna take? We'll try and get it. We can come up here and turn, and then try and fall. Yeah, that's what I would say. Why not? Go big or go home. Cause then we've got this back here. This is something else to think about. If we come off of that right there, do like 100 meters and put a switch, and then we could go this way. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my goal. That's my ultimate goal. We're gonna try. We're gonna try and put a train all the way around this map. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be about like Yukon Valley. We end up with like 4 or 5 trains. We could have the Norfolk Southern do all this area. You could do the CSX doing this. We could have the BNSF do this, right? Why not? Why not? Hmm? Okay. So I feel like right now this would be the best way to go is expanding this. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Page up. Flight mode's off. Yeah, so we're on regular speed. Alright, we need to get the we need to get this and continue going flat. I still feel like that's the key to all this. Alright, paint radius, we're fine at that. So we want 200%, 200%. Okay. So I've been thinking, right? About FS25. I believe I'm going to order the one edition that comes with the key, if I can. Construction, decoration, others. Get the controller. Okay. Let's do 100 meters. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up a little bit. Rotate it. Try and get it somewhat straight. It's really about as good as I'm going to be able to do. It looks like it's about a half a pixel off when I'm trying to place it. And we were doing 4, weren't we? Yeah, I think we were doing like 4 miles an hour. So let's take, and of course we're going to jump out so we can look at it. Anybody joining in, I realize that this might be probably the most boring thing to watch. But this is me, you know? This is what I like to do. I feel like this is what and I don't want to be, I don't want to try and be somebody I'm not. So now let's do switches back there. Trying to think. Do we want to put construction decoration of us? Do we want to go straight into another switch, or should we put a space in between them? Up right next to it. got to make that flat as possible. Now, I don't think that we're going to be able to do 100 meters. Maybe we can. Once we get way out there. Yeah, I think maybe we can. I mean, if we don't like it, we can always take it up, replace it. I just don't like how that's lining up. We're gonna try it. I don't know. I don't know. 20 meters, 20 degrees. That's gonna be real close. But let's do it. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Construction, Racing others. 20 degrees. I would almost do a 30, but you see how far that goes out. It'd be like if we do a 20. It's on red. That's gonna put it right close to the road. Oh, look how close that gets. Yeah, that could be a problem. All right, let's go get in the train. We've come a good little bit. That train right there is not getting dirty. That's crazy. Ba 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 ba. Alright, so that'll bring it away. Five will bring it away too. Oh, that joystick is going. I'm gonna take Sandy's stuff. Man, if I unplug it and plug it back up, what's gonna happen? sharp. 10. Okay. Hey Rachel, how you doing? I'm working on a big railroad project. Oh, I don't know. As far as I know, you're probably the only one. Um, I don't. I don't keep YouTube pulled up. I'll open it if I have to, to ban somebody or something. But I don't care about numbers or who's watching or whatever. I just do it so my friends can watch and because I enjoy it. So just testing what track I'll lay down this evening. See if I get home. not wanting to come detached. Try that again and see what happens. Yeah, that train. There we go. Where is it? Where? I don't know what happened there. It's not wanting to come detached. Right there. Right there. Game name, please. This is FS22. Farming Simulator 22. So I'm working on, this is a train mod that somebody came out with. There's always been trains in this game. But typically they've just been one train making a loop and you can't switch tracks or anything like that. Somebody finally made it to where you can have multiple locomotives and whatever, whatever kind of cars you want. So as I lay track, I just, I go back and forth testing it. And somewhere, one of these curves has got an issue and I'm trying to pinpoint it. This is a pain in the butt to get it right. Other than this mod, because I've gotten very upset with how picky it is. I find Farm Sim to be very relaxing for me. Right there, I saw a jump. I don't have a camcorder set up, but I got a sim rig that's built for basically all the sim games that you can play. Farm sim, truck sim, racing, flight simulator. I'm actually using one of the flight simulator, one of the throttles to control the train. Mainly when I go backwards, because the throttle on there, I can flip it down and it's like holding a reverse, so I don't have to keep my foot on the pedal or pull the trigger, because we don't have a cruise control. We're going backwards. Alright, I'm not finding it now. The map I'm playing on is called Meadow Springs. It's from a group, Realistic Gaming Club. RGC is the name. It's 16 times the size of a normal map. Kirby, I have mods that I have edited, and I don't have permission to share them. So typically I just play solo. We derailed twice and now it's not doing it, so I don't know. Do full throttle and see what happens. Nah, we'll put it on cruise control. I don't know. There's a jump in it somewhere. Thought it was right in there. Now it's not doing it. Alright, let's do 20. Yeah, it's PC only. The game's on console, but the train and the map and most of the mods that I have are PC only. So we got 2 tracks over there where the coal is, coal train is. One of them is the main line going around, and then the other one is a separate track for the coal car. We'll go back. I'll show you the train yard what I've done so far. I haven't ran through this section at 25 yet, so I don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to put down a couple of cell points here. Track over to the left that you see right now that's not anything. It was I laid that track just to get an idea of which way to go, and I just haven't taken it up yet. Cranes parked right here. We're gonna end up putting this shed there and have like a crane company. Right now, none of them will pick up a train to put it back on the tracks. Trains are too heavy. Getting into the, we'll slow down, getting into the train yard here. Let's see, that track to the left's not connected to anything. It's just kind of like a guide for me to go by. Trying to figure out how much track I need to put down and whatnot to get all the way across to the other side of the creek. I think we're good right here as far as the switches. But the next, nope, we're gonna swerve off. Okay. So we gotta check the rest of the switches then. So we got some, I think there's 7 cars for doing logs, trees to take up to the sawmill. The yellow cars are for the lumber that we get from the sawmill. There's a sheet metal plant over to the left there. I just put that down for doing some testing and stuff. Alright. So we're good here. We're good there. These are some empty tankers. We had crude oil in there, but we took and sold it. That's some cars that have sheet metal on it ready to be sold. Alright, so we need a curve on this one. And straight. Let's see, what do we have over here? That one's straight. Straight. So I put switches down, you know, just to have room for expansion. Over here we have a cow. This is for, I'm using it like a cow dealer. We pick the cows up here and we take them to the farm. So, let's get back in the train. So I typically run about 10 miles an hour through the train yard just to kind of simulate. Some train yards, you know, they have speed limits. Some of them, trains will run through them or by them wide open. And all this dirt you see out here, I had another train yard done up where I tried to run the trains around the outside of it at a faster speed. And I had issues with derailment and stuff, so I deleted all that and started fresh, and this is what I got so far. There's still a couple of derailments here and there, but you know, this mod is hard, very, very hard to get it perfect. And I know, you know, it may be boring to watch, but earlier when I first started streaming tonight, I was saying that you know, this is me, this is what I enjoy. Not everybody's gonna like watching it, probably not a whole lot of people anyway, but I'm really enjoying using this mod and trying to continue the tracks to where it goes all the way around the map and stuff. That's gonna take a lot of work. Hey Dion, how you doing? The sections of the track to your left, I've been using them for like cars that are full, and then the other section was for empty cars or cars that needed to be swapped out, going somewhere else or whatever. Just staging areas, more or less. But I haven't gotten all that figured out yet. Oh man, I'm doing good, thank you. up right here, we've got a crude oil plant. It's pumping crude oil. I had another one that looked better. But this one produces a lot more. So, and then the sawmill's next. After that is the butcher. Bring cows down here to have them butchered. We get like leather, fat, steaks, ground beef. There's some pallets sitting next to the building that's ready to be loaded and taken out. The next plant is where we bring our coal, and it makes coke coal and tar. I'm not sure what this switch is going to do right here, so I'm going to check it. Going straight, so we'll run up here to the farm real quick. So right around this bridge is an area where I have issues with trains wanting to derail. Sometimes you'll see them they'll hit the collision spot somewhere, and the train will just stop dead in its track. Hopefully we won't have no use for that right now. Just hit one right there. I don't know. And there's nothing I can do about it other than take the bridge up and just make it ground underneath it and run the track across it. But sometimes we get lucky and it keeps going, so you see like that just jumped right there. I have not had that problem here. That's where the two tracks come together. Pretty sure that's probably what happened. But they're lined up, I mean, they're lined up pretty good, so. I don't know. It happens. I have a mod called Super Street. It's not wanting to come unhooked from the train, so. Let's just do this. Rid of that noisy thing. Alright, we're headed forward. So the ideal with this game save, when I actually play it the way I want it to, I'm a part-time farmer, but I work at the railroad full-time. So this is the farm that I have going on. See? I know what happened there. That was my fault. Yeah. So there's a feature with the locomotives and the cars. You have to fold it and unfold it. Um, when you fold it, the wheels are locked. So when you go around the curve, the wheels want to continue to go straight. So that derailment right there was my fault. When you unfold it, it allows the wheels to turn with the track. So the trucks or whatever you want, I don't know what they're called. So that's my little house in the garage. We've got a cattle barn right here, and I've edited them to where the triggers, I can use the train to pick up the milk or the slurry, drop off feed or hay, you know, straw, whatever I need, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna hop out real quick. I don't know what is going on with that. Like sometimes the trains just like take off for no reason. Oh, turn that off. Now let's try it. Okay, let's go into flight mode. We'll go 8 times the speed. Okay, so I pull the trains up here, throw the switch, I back up. That's the cattle barn. This is the silo that we use with the train. Um, it has enough room, and I've added a trigger over here to where um, the original silo we could unload into a truck, transfer truck or trailer or whatever. Up here where the grate is where you harvest your farm, you dip your stuff in there, and then you can pick it up on these two sides. So I added triggers to allow me to dump there also, so we could bring product in with the train and unload it into the silo. Or if we're the crops that we get from the farm, we can load into the silo and then load it into a train to take it and sell it or whatever. Um, let's see. Let's make it sunny. Creation one, and we'll run the time forward a little bit. So I don't know if you can tell this field right here, um, but that's the only field that I've made so far. It's canola, and then we have our equipment down here. We've got a case. I believe that's supposed to be a 620, but the numbers are not always right. Uh, yeah, 620 on one side, the other one shows 540. That's just the issue with the mod. And then we've got a John Deere 9RX, Tiger Mate cultivator, and a John Deere seeder fertilizer combo. There's the trucks I use to haul stuff with as far as the truck is concerned. Um, and we have another vehicle and implement shed. I've got a little case. I think this is a Puma. I'm not exactly sure. 7250, but as far as the truck, I've got an old truck. It's pretty cool. See if I can get in it. But yeah, that's what I've done. So my plans are when I actually started with this bridge so that I could get it flat, the same height on both sides. I put a switch here to be able to go around that way, and then I wanted to come out this way and go make a train yard. So there's the productions. Um, the people that made this map, when I talked about I edited mods and I don't have permission to share it, I took this in the Giants editor, which is program used for making the maps. And I flattened most of the map. You can see where I didn't quite get all of it, but I left most of this mountain alone because of the waterfalls that are up here. I didn't want to disturb the waterfalls. Um, so I left this mountain alone. I took all the trees off, um, simply because with flattening the map, trees would be floating in the air if I didn't delete them. So there's a waterfall over here on the backside, and then there's another one somewhere. There's another one somewhere. I'm pretty sure. But eventually, I want to make the train go around all this. It's just going to take a lot of work. So, um, as far as the trains that I have, I believe this is a CS6. Yeah, so I use that one. It's a smaller locomotive. I use it for switching. Um, they have switchers in the mod. I just find that they're too small, and you get 3 or 4 cars on there trying to brake. It takes forever to stop it. So we have a couple BNSF locomotives. Um, so coming back here, I laid this track out because I knew the area that I wanted to cross the creek at. And then when I actually started laying the track, it didn't quite line up with it. But I just did it like as a guide. So then we go across this, and I can still flatten that back out and make it the creek going underneath the bridge, which I intend to do. Um, just not at that point yet. So we have a switch. So we have 2 lines going this way. So right here I'm using this for coal. We're digging coal from the mountain and loading it into the trains. What I do is I dig up a bunch and then I take the loader, pick it up, put it in the train, and every couple cars I get full, I'll move the train forward, that kind of thing, and just keep at it. So that comes back here. Or this was my original spot for coal, but when I got to looking at the curves and I thought that this area would be a better spot for it, so I moved it up here, and that's what we're doing. Come on back here. That's where the 2 lines come back together. So this is my main line. Switch right here. I thought about turning around and coming this way and going up the mountain. And yeah, but we'll see. The edge of the map is right there, and I had an issue. I had an issue with working with it right here. I put that switch in thinking I would turn, but it's too close to the edge. Um, we got the bridge going across right there, and again, I need to level that back out underneath the bridge so the water goes all the way across. And this right here, when I buy trains or cars, I, they spawn in. I have them spawn right there. This last piece of track that's got the gravel around it, that's a re-railer. So that's where I put the trains on the track and take off with them. So yeah, pretty neat map. And I have boats that we use that I use in the water. I've got fishing boats, and I've got oil tanker, and there's also a barge for like hauling grain and stuff. So those sell points I put down today. But yeah, there you go. There's a tour of what I've done with the track so far. It's taken me a couple weeks to get to this point, and I intend on going till I get it the way I want it. Um, play other maps, mostly just farming. I do like to play with the trains that are on some of the maps, but this is a neat little mod. We've got as far as locomotives. There's Amtrak trains, so there's a part of a turntable. There's another piece that you have to go with it. But and then there's some of the switchers. They're just small, and you get a couple cars, and it's hard to stop. So you got Canadian Pacific, I think is what that one is. CSX. There's a GATX, a Norfolk Southern. There's a New York. I'm not sure. Susquehanna, New York. I'm not sure what the SW for. Um, Ottawa Central. There's a Wisconsin Central. Um, is that Burlington Northern? Yeah, Burlington Northern. Um, BNSF, CSX, Norfolk Southern, Union Pacific. There's a Wisconsin and Southern. So different train sizes. There's Santa Fe. The further right we go, the bigger, the more horsepower. Like this right here is 4,400 horsepower. That one should be more. Nope. Let's see. That's a 44-9W and a 4400 CW. Um, these are 4400s. 44, 44. That's a Kansas City something. I'm not sure. Kansas City Southern maybe, and then some more. And some of the trains when you go into them, they have different paint schemes. The BNSF should be one. Nope, this one doesn't. Um, let's see, that one's got 4,500. Yeah, so we got paint schemes here: Faramex, Fairasur, Faramex Zebra. So it's pretty neat. MRL. I'm not sure what the MRL is. Uh, Union Pacific, they've got different paint schemes. Southern Pacific. Uh, yeah. And the trains do that because of how they're, what you can't see with how they're made. And then these 6,000 RPM, 6,000 horsepower there. And that one's 45. I want to say there's some couple of them that are 4,800, but I'm not sure. And then as far as the cars, um, you got your Amtrak. There's different super lounge, diners, first class. We got center beam rolling stock. There's another center beam rolling stock, but there's a little bit difference between the two of those. Box car, coal wagons. You got coal train. So when you do this one, you're getting 10 cars, and they do that. But anyway, um, bulkhead flatbeds. I use that type of trailer for putting pallets on. Rolling stock flatbed with stakes. We use that for putting logs on. And the one I have has got short. Oh, that's why. So I didn't even know you could do the. When I bought it, I didn't even realize you could do tall stakes. I'll have to remember that. There's some more flatbeds. There's a flatbed that is meant for holding the trailers of like 18 wheelers. Some gondolas. Um, And then you got covered hoppers. There's 2 bay, 3 bay. There's a 4 bay. Livestock, Trinity Reefer, some tankers, trash car, and then you got these well cars that are meant for hauling the big containers. And then you've got a mixed freight, which that one I think is supposed to be auto load, but it doesn't work right. Uh, and then you can go in here to these and you can change the paint scheme. Uh, one, two, three. So there's 3 paint schemes on that one. Let me see. There's one. Is it this one? One of them's got graffiti on it. Um, this box car, I don't think we can do anything with it. It's just looks good rolling down the track. The coal wagon, you can see it holds all kinds of stuff. But one of these cars, Trinity Reefer, is it the Reefer? One of these has got, it's not that one. Is it that one? Yeah, I think it's this one. What's going on, Marty? BNSL. Did I pass it? There it is. There's the graffiti. So one of the first versions, he's updated it several times. The train, there was 3 different cars. The graffiti was done on 3 different ones, so it was different art. But the last update, he's only got one of them now. So, but anyway, and then as far as the actual track, um, others. So it starts right here. We've got placeable lights and stuff, railroad crossings. There's a gate. There's the concrete for supposed to be able to drive vehicles over this, but there's no collisions and it's wonky. Um, this thing you're not going to be able to see the whole thing, but that is like loading platform for like Amtrak. Bumper stop, bridges, columns. We can do 20. Let's see. Turn it. Um, Here's a 20, and then we have 100 meters and 500 meters straight. That goes. Well, I don't know if you can see it way out there, but yeah. Um, and then you've got these are inclines, I think. Yeah, 1%, and it goes up to 5%. And then you've got declines to come back down the mountain. There's a left-hand switch, and then you've got a right-hand switch. You got crossovers, so it takes you from one side of the track to the other. Or if you got two, you can do 2 tracks going side by side. It's pretty cool. Um, and then we've got these are the switches or the your yard, your ladders. Um, then so they have left and rights, and then they also have extensions that you can put down to make your yard a lot bigger. Um, this is the re-railer track. It's for getting the trains back on there. And then we have a big turntable. This is the piece that goes with the turntable that was in the locomotives. Um, there's a spot. Um, there's a building that actually lines up with this. Um, I haven't put it down yet, but there's railroad ties missing in one spot, which is where you put the building. And inside that building, there's pits where you can go down underneath the train or a vehicle if you're working on a vehicle. And then they have curved pieces. There's a 5, 10, 20. This is a 30, 30 degrees, and then we have a big 90-degree curve. Um, yeah, it goes way out there. And then they've got those are left-hand curves, and then you got right-hand curves, and so it's a lot involved with it. But I'm going to take the train, and we're going to go back. Oh, there it is. Let's come out of flight mode. So we're going to go back across the map so we can work on the yeah, so it's unfolded. So we should be good. Bad thing about doing it on a map this big is that it takes forever to go across the map. We'll go back and we'll keep laying more track. Show you real quick on the map. So it's got to save. Yeah, sure. Hey Marty, I got a question for you. You might know. Um, the auto save, right? So it saves the game like while you're playing, kind of does it in the background. When you use that and you open up the map, does it automatically save when you open up the map, or does it wait until it's supposed to save? I don't know. So I don't know if y'all can see my cursor moving around. Um, Down here is where we're at right now, in the far right. Right in there. Like, there's that. So what I'm working on tonight is I want to make the track come down here. We're following this all this right here. Trying to. We're gonna get down in that area, and then we're gonna split it. There's gonna be a triangle right here um, that could be used to turn a train around if you want. But the biggest thing is that it's gonna curve back and then follow the river coming up this way back to the bridge. And I got to change the track to I'm gonna have another triangle up here. So that's currently what I'm working on. could imagine it's taking me probably 6 months to get it to the way I want it. When I first started, I started up here. That's actually where I was putting trains on the track. And then I moved down to the other end of the map. Connecting with this switch right here is what my goal is for this weekend. Where this is turning out and going to the right, I want it to go straight, follow the river, and then connect down there close to where we're working at right now. And we can go faster down through here. But once you get to the curves, you've got to go slow. I was playing around one day when I first laid this track and was cutting left and right from one side to the other using the switches. And this section through here is pretty good. I can do it like at 45 miles an hour. Even with cars, you know, I think I had probably 6 cars hooked up doing that. So what I want to do, I'd like to have sections on the map be different train lines. One section of the map would be Norfolk Southern. Another one would be like Union Pacific. The area that I'm working in right now, I want it to be CSX. Let's do 45 and see what happens. So the section of track that I'm on right now, my plan was to use it for dropping off trains and then use a locomotive for switching to make different trains according to what we're doing that day or whatever. Building your manifest, I think is what it's called. So, on a personal note, I don't know a whole lot about trains. I have a model railroad upstairs that I play with. Most of the cars I have or locomotives that I have are Norfolk Southern. That's just because that's what runs in the area where I live. And I actually think that it's um, Yakin Valley Railroad, but they have a lot of cars that are Norfolk Southern. Some of them have been painted to represent the Yakin Valley Railroad. They've got their logo on them and stuff like that. The other day while I was at work, there was a train that went by, and I heard it coming. So I look out we got big bay doors that are open. They've got one that's painted red, white, and black. Hopefully one day I can get a picture of it. I haven't been able to yet. Um, right now, we don't have a whole lot of stuff that we can use with the trains. This sell point right here, that's the farmer's market from people that made this map. Just lucky enough that it works um, as far as the sell point. This one, I took the building. I want to say I got it from RGC Mods, the building. Um, the sell point is just the grate, right? If I go into construction, let's go to production, selling points. Well, let's go back. We'll grab this one right here. Um, that's about what it looked like. So all it was that grate that is right underneath it right there. And then I added, in Giant's Editor, I added the silo with the spout just to give it that look of, a train might be being loaded up or something. And I added the building to go with it. And then this one right here is a gold market, just a sell point. And then I took and made it look like that. I went on one of the base game maps, got the buildings, and I stretched the sell point out to where a train car would fit over top of the whole thing. So um, I think it was Kirby was asking about playing with me. So where I edit stuff for my personal use, I don't have permission to share them, and that's why I don't. I just play solo. I'll show you one more real quick. Got Josh. Construction. Um, let's see. Containers. Game and Joy. Right? So he's got these. Field station. And then this one is free So you get like your seeds, fertilizer, um, I think maybe herbicide. I'm not 100% sure, but there's several things that you can get for working your fields, and that's what they look like. And what I did, I took it in a giant setter and made it a bigger silo. So if I put the triggers down, I think like that, run the train up, and I can load the trains and stuff. Um, yeah, so I can put it right over the tracks and do it like that. Works out pretty good. All right, let's see if it derails this time. We're close to where we're working. So I throw switches in here and there just so that if I want to add a production or a sell point or whatever. Um, I can do that. All right, let's get back at it. Ooh, we got to slow that down. Yeah, so the engine's turned off because we've been away far enough from it. Um, so typically what I do, go decoration, others, and we'll find our track. I think we're going to use a 5-degree right on this one. Should be pretty close. That one, spin it back around. From what I could tell, that looks pretty close. So the street roller I have running Terraform. So whether the engine's turned onto it or not, it will continuously sit there in the flat. And that's one of the biggest keys to this. And like I always look at the track where I'm gonna do it. And you can see it's off just a tad bit. If you go through here too fast, and I can't get any closer than that. Sometimes I get lucky where I'm working, the pixels will line up right, but right now they're not lining up perfect. So, and then I look at the height, make sure that I don't see a bump in there. So you can see that. Sometimes you can see it over there where the coal train is. There's a spot over there, and I flattened it out and redid it. And I did everything I know, and I can't get it right. So, gotta go slow if you don't want to derail. Alright, so it looks like we might do like a 20-meter straight. See what that does. So I always jump out, and I look right at the spot where I'm going to join. Sometimes it's hard to find them. So tedious work, um, time consuming, whatever you want to call it. So, like that one looks really, really good. Got lucky on that one. Height looks good. And when I just hit cruise control at about 3 miles an hour and let it flatten it, it's the best way that I've come up with it, but it takes a lot of time. Um, if I just go down and put track after track after track, you'll start seeing height differences. So I even tried what Farm Sim guy did, and take go into landscaping, do smooth, and you go back like the third rail back. Um, Make it strong and then like flatten right there. I tried that and it didn't. The way I'm doing it is the best thing that I could come up with for. I've had the best results with it. I'll put it that way. But I've redone this 4 times so far. Trying to get it the least amount of derailments that I can, and it's been a chore. It just seems like right here, it seems like it's half a pixel off. And I can't, there's nothing I can do about that. Limitations of the game or the PC or whatever. I just can't. So they're going to be off on one side or the other. So if you look at it, the height is good, right? But then when you look at it this way, there's just a smidge, it's just a smidge off. That shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. You try and come through there 12 miles an hour and it'll be fine, then you come through there at 20 miles an hour and it'll derail. So I do the best I can, and as frustrating as it is 10 times more fun. It's just, this is I told myself if it was worth doing, it was worth doing right. Or it's worth doing the best that I can. So, what do we need to put down? I think we need to go 5 to the left now. Yeah, it's really close, but I can see I can see it being off a little bit. And it's just what I have to work with. So. We might need to go. I don't know, another 5 to the left, maybe. I don't know. I almost want to put it straight in there. Yeah, we're gonna put it straight. Marty, if you're still in here, I haven't washed any of my vehicles yet. That train I was using looks real dirty. So I'm probably going to go with this for about another half hour and then get off here and get me some sleep. Do some more tomorrow. Yeah, let's try straight. Why does it keep going to the back? Why does it keep flicking to the back? I want to stay close to the road. That can be a chore in itself sometimes. So I'm having to take my time making sure it's lined up right, flat, and all that. And I'm also having to take my time to look at the road like I want, like I want to follow the road. I'm having to take my time looking at that. It's just it's not something I'm willing to just throw together and call it good. See, it keeps going backwards. I don't understand why. Let's try 10. good as we're gonna get it, I guess. It keeps flipping to the back. Do I have something? Mouse? No, I don't think it's the mouse. Mouse is flat, so I don't know. Let's take and do another 10. Left. The height is good. That's about as close as we've been getting it, so. See how it just suddenly flips to the back? Anybody know what's causing that? So, first pass I always do at 6 miles an hour. Oh shit. We're gonna go in flight mode in a minute and kind of see. We actually don't have that much further to go. And then we can start going up next to the river. So hopefully tomorrow morning I will be connected with the area up there by the bridge. I like to run back and forth several times, different speeds. we seriously need to put the workshop down. I don't think I'm going to do the turntable, but we're going to put the workshop down. I can get Marty to come over here and help me clean them. Excuse me. Did I sleep earlier? I think I did. We slept up there while we were at the farm, didn't we? Now, I've got one of the sticks has a little button on the side of it for my flight controller. It's a flat button. Had a red one. What did it do? Ooh. Ooh. Let me think about that one. Because these have got other levers on them. This might be better to use. Stop right here. What is that for? What is that for? Can't remember. Bravo quadrant. It says the ones for the commercial. All got extra levers on them. There's the speed brake. And then the flaps. I'm not sure what that's for. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I think I'm going to end it right here. Please start the engine first. I've enjoyed it. I know this is boring to watch, but yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. So run up here. We'll go ahead and flatten to the end. And that's where we'll pick up in the morning. Let's see here. Yeah, so we just got to curve it to the left, the right, left. And I think as soon as we make that curve there, we're going to turn around and head up that way. So we'll put a switch. We'll put a switch in. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this turn right here. We might have to put the bridge in at an angle. Have the switch right there before we go into the bridge. And then we'll have to pull across the bridge and then back up if we're going to go that way. And then turn around and go that way. I can see it. Can you see it? Can you picture it in your mind? Train coming up through there. Going to turn and go that way. There'll be a switch right in here somewhere. So if you're coming this way, you can just go straight. Yeah, we can angle it and come right in like that. We're gonna have to do some changes there. I'm pretty good at making it work. Put a switch, come to a straight piece. Let's see. Do we have a 10-degree? That's a 20 meter. 20. That's a 5-degree. That's a 5-degree. I bet none of these are 10. Why is that flickering like that? All of these are 5 degrees, I bet. So that might be there's a 20 meter straight. So what we might could do is take this one out and put a right hand turn going that way. That might be what we have to do. Yeah. We'll take that 20 meter straight out and put the right hand turn. And we may just go straight across right through there. The roads and stuff I'm not worried about. I think that's what we'll do. And then, yeah. Sounds like the plan. So, remember, life's too short not to have fun. Tell your loved ones that you love them before it's too late. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you at some point. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And We'll see you later. With all that being said, three, two, one, poof.